Here I come. I'm coming right now. Here I come. I'm coming. What you looking at? You got somebody else coming? He's trying to look at me and he's trying to look the other way too. What is it? Look at that back foot. That back foot, he got it in the air. That foot, he got his back foot in the thing, putting it down now. Who was you looking at? Something was going on you didn't know about? You can't get in that bowl? Well, come here and I'll get in the bowl for you. Come here, I'll get in the bowl for you. Come here, right here. What are you doing up under there? What are you doing up under there? Yeah. You want this? I put that there for that raccoon. What are you doing under that block right there? Under the table? He was under that table like that. He does that sometimes. Look at that roach. See that black thing? That's a roach. Well, come on, get up there. I'll touch your mouth right there. I'm touching your mouth while you're eating. I touch your mouth. I touch your nose. I touch your mouth. I touch your mouth. Slobber. See that slobber on? See my finger? Look how nasty that finger looks. That's where I stuck my finger. He's eating. I put my finger in his mouth while he was eating. I put that finger in your mouth while you was eating. Yeah, a lot of times, most 99% of the time, I will put my finger in his mouth when he's eating like that. But the thing is, they won't bite. You know, sometimes they'll lock down sometimes, pinch me, but they don't bite. I think they realize it's my finger. That raccoon, he gonna bite you right now, and you stick that finger in his mouth right now. I got that finger. I got your hand. I got your hand. I was holding your hand. I hold your hand. I knocked everything out of your hand. I didn't give you time to do nothing that time. I was holding your hand. Quit dropping them all over the ground. You can get down there and clean them up. He's eating. Put 5 or 6 in his mouth. When he's eating, they just fall out of his mouth. I wonder whatever happened to broke jaw. Raccoon broke jaw. His jaw got broke. Broke jaw had a broke jaw. When he'd eat, food would fall out of his mouth. He turned out to be a real good raccoon, broke jaw did. I like broke jaw. He was a nice raccoon. He was a big raccoon. He wasn't no small one. He was a full-grown raccoon. I could touch him. If you wouldn't put 4 or 5 in your mouth at one time, you wouldn't have to hold your head up and eat. He had to tipsy the head up and eat. Look at him holding on to the thing. Why don't you get over here and get some of this water right here? Get up here and get some water. You hear me? Let's see, come over here and get some of this water. I'm gonna rinse my fingers off. I'm flipping water on him. You know how you get water and flip water? I was flipping water on that raccoon right there. I did that raccoon. He don't care. As long as he got food, he don't care. As long as he got something to eat, he don't care. You gonna fall off the wagon? He fell halfway off the wagon. Now he's all the way off the wagon. Now he's back on the wagon. Up and down, up and down. Raccoon, you was a funny bunny. He's a funny bunny. Hold that head up and eat. Raccoon, I was right in the middle of doing something. I was right in the middle of doing a couple things inside there, and I had to stop real quick and come on outside. You get all of them you dropped? Did you get everything you dropped? Where the other raccoons at? You the same one that come by twice tonight. They'll eat. Watch him. He's getting ready to leave. He'll probably eat 3 or 4 more handfuls and leave. He didn't want to fill up at one. He ain't a hog. That raccoon ain't a hog. He's a raccoon. That raccoon ain't a hog. He's a raccoon. He ain't a squirrel either. He ain't no bird either. Raccoon, he ain't a bird. He knows how to fly. He can do the belly. Raccoon can do the belly flop. He can do the belly flop. Raccoon's funny. You can get up there on that thing right there and jump off of them boards going up, and he can jump off of it and do the belly flop. He ain't learned how to jump yet. He only learned how to eat not long ago. He barely can't eat now. His mouth might not eat whole much. Yeah, it's a little after 10 o'clock right now. He came by at 9 o'clock, an hour ago. He come by an hour ago, about an hour ago. Yeah, normally they come by themselves or 2 of them come up. Normally they just eat a little bit and leave. Why are you tipsying your head backwards? He tipsy his head backwards. You must have heard a rat running down the fence. Something's going on the fence over there. I can see the leaves shaking over there. I was going to reach over there and touch it right there. I was going to touch it. I touched that raccoon right there. He didn't care. That raccoon, he don't care if you touch him. As long as he has food. As long as he has food, he don't care. Don't you think that's enough for food right now? And you eat that little bit, you can go on back around there where Mama is, and all the other babies tell them you've been eating, and you can come back later on, eat more. That raccoon, he come back later, eat more. That raccoon loves to eat. That might be his favorite thing to eat, pecans and marshmallows. I still haven't went to the store to get any pecans and marshmallows. I run out yesterday, I think, on pecans and marshmallows. I don't think I went. I did not go anywhere today or yesterday. Last 2 days I have not went anywhere. I stayed home. No, I didn't. The day before, see, what's the day? Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, I went to the doctor's office and told them I wanted to cancel all my appointments I had with them. I'm going to get me a new primary doctor. Like I said, I like my doctor. She's a real nice doctor. She's real nice, and but the problem with her is she has more family emergencies than God had floods. You heard that old saying, you know. She's I forgot. I forgot what nationality she is now. Not an Indian. She's a I can't think of where she's from, but yeah, she's real nice, and but yeah, about once every month, every 2 months, she don't work on Fridays. She's busy. She's a doctor, a nurse, a registered doctor, nurse, pharmacist. You know, she's real smart. I'm gonna grab that tail. I grabbed that tail. I grabbed that tail and you moved it when I grabbed it. But anyway, I went and canceled my appointment. They said I had an appointment for September the 25th, and I needed a doctor last week, not September the 25th. So I just told them to cancel all my appointments, that I'll be finding a new doctor. I don't have time to wait on the doctor. The doctor needs to wait on me. I don't need to wait on them. Because, you know, the thing is, when I go see a doctor, I spend 5 to 10 minutes. That's all I spend with a doctor, 5 or 10 minutes, and that's it. You know. And then they make that big money just for that 5 minutes worth of talking to me. You know, they just talk. She talks to me for 5 minutes and writes me a prescription there. And I always tell her, don't give me any narcotics, because I don't do drugs. I don't drink. Sometimes they'll give me a narcotic drug, but I normally don't like them things. Though I'm too old for that kind of stuff. Yeah, Raccoon, I'm too old for that kind of stuff. There's a lot of clouds in the sky. I'm just cleaning this mess up you made right here. I was cleaning some of this mess up you made right here, Raccoon. I was cleaning some of this mess up you made, because you know why? Because I can. I can clean it up. The reason I was doing it, Raccoon. Raccoon. I'm gonna move my block. Damn roaches everywhere. Move my block a little bit so I wouldn't be in the putting a shadow over there, over yonder, over yonder. I was gonna touch his hand. He turned his head. I was gonna touch his hand when he turned his head. I grabbed your tail. I grabbed your tail and you jerked around. I grabbed that raccoon tail and he jerked around. I've grabbed those raccoons' tails like that before and they snap around. They'll turn around real quick, snap. Lucky they hadn't bit me. That raccoon, he don't bite. He'll only bite you one time and then you'll learn. He'll only bite you one time and then you'll learn. Raccoon, I'm not real smart, so I'm not a real fast learner, Raccoon. I ain't real fast in learning. Don't turn it over. You got both hands on the bowl. We're going to turn it over probably. I need to clean that little bowl out, put some more water in it. He's drinking. He was drinking that water right there in that raccoon. Well, he drink that water. He good at drinking water. He loves drinking water. I remember I used to love to hunt. I'd camp out for 2 or 3 weeks at a time, camp out for months at a time. And I used to like to hunt a lot. One day, me and my buddy was sitting in a swamp. We go out hunting the swamp. When we were sitting in a swamp out there close to the river. And what we normally do is most of the time we'd put the boat in the water. I had a boat, he had a boat. We'd put a boat in the water and then we'd go up river or down river and we'd hunt out of the boat, you know, park the boat, and go out in the woods. And heard somebody was just slamming the door. But we were sitting out there on a log when a tree fell over. We were sitting out there, just sitting there talking there, watching, looking early in the morning. And we must have seen 100 raccoons. 100 raccoons come by. There was a line of raccoons come by for about 10 minutes. Raccoons was walking by, headed through the river. And right in the same place, me and him was sitting out there one day, and we seen a herd of deer. We must have seen 50 deer come walking by, because where they was at, the deer would swim the river. It's not real wide. It's a freshwater river, and the water always runs one way. Sometimes the salt water would come up when high tide come up, and it still go one way to freshwater would, but the salt water, since salt water's heavy, salt water will be on the bottom, and some salt water would come up river a little bit, but not way up there where we was at anyway. But anyway, but yeah, that was something that we'd go out there and see all those deer and those raccoons just sitting in the middle of out in the swamp. And there was one place out there I like. I'm gonna say it was about a half-acre big around in the middle of the swamp. Nobody never goes here, what I'm talking about. It's very rare you ever see anybody out there. And because you have to wade in the water to get where we go to. And most people don't want to have to wade in the water before daylight. But we would. And but there was about a half-acre out there with the buzzards. What they would do is the birds, they would pick up the bones and animals would die. They must have been a graveyard or something, because there was all kind of dead animals there. Bones. There wasn't no animals, just bones. But there was some good time. Yeah, we'd put the boat go down there and put the boat in the water about 3 o'clock in the morning. And then we'd go upriver. It'd be dark. But we'd go upriver about 2 or 3 miles, 4 miles, 5 miles upriver, depends on where we wanted to go. Sometimes we'd go up there and just camp out for, for a week or 2 weeks on the sandbar, or camp up on the edge of the woods. That was some good time. That was back in the 1970s and the 80s. That's when that was. But I don't hunt anymore. Back in the 50s and the 60s, back in the 60s, I used to hunt raccoons for the fur and for the meat. I would hunt raccoons, and at night time take the hound dog, the coon dog, go out there and they'd find the raccoons, and we'd take them and sell the raccoons to people. Because back in the 60s and the 50s, people was real poor in the country. And that's what they had, that's what they eat. Like they said, when they kill a chicken, when they cook a chicken, there ain't nothing left. You break the bone, you suck the marrow out of it. You eat everything. Chicken lips, the chicken fingers, the chicken toes, chicken nuggets, you eat it all. That chicken had everything. Alright, stop this video.